welcome to this Wednesday Word of Wisdom. Make sure you subscribe, that you hit that bell. Also comment. I want to hear your thoughts. Let's get a discussion going here. Remember too, you can find me on social media. I'm on Facebook. I am on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter. I also have a blog and a podcast, and all of those links are right here. So jump on, check it out, like me on social media. I want to have an opportunity to add value to you. What you focus on is what you will feel, and what you focus on grows. I know it feels right now like our world is imploding. Restrictions, shutdowns, economic challenges, businesses closing down. There's so many things around us right now that just feel like they're falling apart. How do we even find any good in these situations? The things that are really good for our mental health are all being restricted. We can't go to the gyms, we can't see our friends, we can barely go outside without fear of judgment. It makes us feel trapped. It makes us feel like we're stuck with those crappy coping mechanisms that definitely do not make us feel better or feel good. In fact, life sometimes feels dull and dry and boring. For so many of us, we just feel stuck. We feel like life has little meaning and little purpose and little potential, which really leads us to feeling blah and down and depressed, anxious, stressed, overwhelmed. And remember, what you focus on is what you feel, and what you focus on grows. We do not have to follow every thought that comes into our head. I know sometimes it doesn't feel like it, but we get to choose our own thoughts. And they become our destiny. If we're always telling ourselves everything sucks, well, guess what? We are going to see everything through that lens, and everything is going to look like it sucks. The cool thing is thoughts are fleeting things. They come easily and they can go easily. It just depends on if we feed them and if we give them attention. If we do, then they become bigger, they grow, they expand, they turn into our reality. But if we don't, if we ignore them, they go away. Now, I'm not saying repress them or push them down. I'm literally saying change your focus. When we focus on things that engage our creativity, things we're excited about or we're passionate about, the things that are good in our life, using gratitude, we can magnify those things as well. And did you know that those good things actually exert a more potent effect on our mind and our emotions? Now, this isn't to say that negative emotions are a bad thing. And in fact, there's not even really negative emotions. We're putting that judgment call on our emotions. But everything that happens to us, everything that happens around us, everything that happens to people around us, the stories that we hear, the things that we watch when we listen to the news, every single thing has an initial emotional impact on us. And that's okay. That is still a good thing. That's how we're seeing our world, how we're interpreting our world at that moment. It's what we do with that emotional response that matters. Our bodies are designed to deal with those acute emotional responses. It's when we're living into this sort of chronic stress, this chronic anxiety, chronic depression, chronic negative thinking that we start to do damage to our body. When we constantly have this drip, drip, drip of those stress hormones pouring into our body, we start to break down things like muscle, tissue, organs. We break down our immune system. We do a lot of damage to our body. So when those stresses start to rise and we notice that our focus is being pulled away, there are things that we can actively do for ourselves to start to shift that focus and bring back the peace. To start with, we can take a moment to do some heart breathing. Take your right hand and place it on your heart. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose. Count to 5 as you breathe in. Blow it out and count to 5 as you slowly breathe out. And just let yourself sit there and breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Feel your heart and just let that focus sit there. It calms our physical body. It allows us to take control of all those stress hormones and all of that adrenaline that's filtering into our body. It slows our breathing, it slows our heart rate, and it shifts our focus out of our head and into our physical body. Then we can do things that are a little bit more positive for ourselves, like take time to draw on memories or people who we love and appreciate, or send a positive text to somebody, or sit in some gratitude for a moment. Think about the good things in that moment or in that day. Look at a photo and draw on those experiences that nourish you. When negative things happen, let the feelings stay for long enough for them to do their important work. Notice the feelings, notice where you feel it in your body, notice how it feels, not with words like anxious or sad or things like that, but just physically, how does it feel in your body? Let it bring you some wisdom, but then allow it to pass through you and away. Then it's important to shift the focus. Shift the focus to more positive things. What you focus on really is powerful. What you give your attention to shapes your experience, shapes your perception, shapes your relationships, shapes your experience, shapes your life. The good news is we have an abundance of reasons to be thankful and to create a better perspective of what is happening in and around our world, especially when we can just sort of sit in the now and just enjoy the moment. Whether it's listening to rain on a window pane, whether it's enjoying a hot cup of tea, whether it's reading a book, or just noticing the positive things around us. We can either make mountains out of molehills, or we can turn mountains into molehills. Some people forgive quickly, other people hold grudges. Some people stop to smell the roses, while other people complain about the thorns. Some people get excited about opportunities, other people only see all of the obstacles. Which one will you be today? You know what? Even share it with me. Jump on to Facebook and just post on my Facebook page what you got out of this. If you're watching this on YouTube, post in the comments. Make sure that you remember to subscribe, hit that bell so that you can get access to all of these videos and more. If you're watching on Instagram, just make sure that you comment so that we can start a little discussion about this. I truly hope that this has added some value to you today, and I look forward to chatting with you next week. Bye for now.